Hi, welcome back to Little Sister Sweet Shop. Today we're making sugar cookies for Christmas. So what I've done, actually this is my Aunt Deanna's recipe, and she's a viewer too, so I hope she recognizes it. And I hope they turn out as good as hers. But what I've done so far is mix together 1 cup of butter, 1.5 cups of sugar, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, and I'm getting ready to add in 3 room temperature eggs. You just have to get them out of the fridge and sit them on the table for about 10 or 15 minutes and they'll get to room temperature. So I'm going to do that and then I'll tell you what I'm doing next. Alright, so once I get these all mixed together, I'm going to add in 4 cups of flour. And in this little cup right here, I have 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I know that may sound like a lot for cookies, but you really need to make sure that you're using the right amount of salt to make sure it's the right consistency. Alright, so I'm going to just slowly start mixing in probably about half, so about 2 cups of the flour, just to get this all mixed in, because if you dump it all in at one time, it's going to get really hard to stir really fast. So, and while I'm doing that, I'm also going to add half of my other dry ingredients in, just so it's a little bit easier to incorporate all throughout the mixture. And this, once we're done with it, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to make 2 big balls out of it, and then we're going to wrap it in saran wrap or wax paper, whatever you have, and we're going to let it chill overnight. So we're going to have to come back tomorrow to roll it out and to bake them and then do the decorating, which is good because the kids get out of school early tomorrow, so they'll be able to help me in the afternoon when these are all ready to roll out and cut into the different fun Christmas shapes that we do. See, it's already getting a little hard for me to stir. That's why I didn't want to do all 4 cups at the same time. Otherwise, I would never get this combined. And the butter is supposed to be softened when you do this. I just put mine in a bowl and stuck it in the oven for a little while. And it got a little softer than I would have liked. It melted a little bit. But the good thing is, since it's going in the fridge, it's going to have a chance to harden back up, and I don't think it'll be an issue at all. Alright, I think it's getting really hard to stir, so I think I'm going to be done. Oh, forgot to add the other half in. You get to stir it again. And that cream of tartar just gives it a really nice flavor. And the baking soda helps them rise up just a little bit, not much at all, because you don't want a really fluffy sugar cookie. I like them thin. Alright, so that's done. Now I'm going to get out my saran wrap, and I'm going to get 2 balls. I'm going to make the dough into 2 balls, and then wrap them up and stick them in the fridge. And that's pretty easy, and this is something that you really can do as long as you have your parents' permission. You could probably do this entire recipe by yourself until it gets to the baking part of it, of course. Alright, and like I said, my Aunt Deanna makes the world's best sugar cookies. So that's why I'm using her recipe, and I hope they turn out as good as hers do. Okay. See, it's a little soft just because the butter was a little bit softer than it should have been. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. And when we roll it out, we're going to add more flour to it. And I think it'll be fine. All right. So, just close this up. Now the other one. And then I'll stick them in my fridge, and tomorrow when the kids get home from school, they're gonna get out about 2:15. We'll unroll them and get started on doing the different shapes and decorating. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Okay, so the kids have decorated the sugar cookies. And for the recipe for the frosting that I do, I use 3 room temperature egg whites and then a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar and 4 cups of powdered sugar. And I use a stand mixer to mix that all together. It takes about 10 minutes. And then if you want to color it, you take portions out and color it. And the kids frosted, and now Kira and her friend Natalie are going to taste test a cookie. So, girls, get a cookie.
The ones that we made.
All right, girls, let's see how they are.
And boy.
And let's see what the boy thinks. Do you like it, Noah?
No, we ate this part first.
Oh, but does that part taste good?
Good. Yeah.
Okay, say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Bring your family and friends.
Aunt Liz TV.
She's a magician in the kitchen.
Aunt Liz TV.
Watch it on Mondays and Thursdays.